can you spell this early in the morning? Hey, it's Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. And happy Friday. Yay. Friday. Good
Whoop, whoop.
stuff.
I'll take
Whoop,
it.
whoop. I'm assuming some kids are sleeping in this morning. The 2023 Scripps National Spelling Bee finished last night. An 8th grader, Dev Shaw, won with the word samophile. I love these words. It's like, well, I got to look up the definition. They always ask for the definition, to which this 8th grader said, well, I just do it to save, to kind of drag out the time a little bit so I can figure out the spelling.
Strategy. Yeah.
Samophile. It's a plant or animal that prefers sandy areas. Now you know. Samophile.
So why wouldn't it be a sandophile?
You can't change the spelling.
I think my question was fair.
Don't confuse the kids. But there's a P. There's that silent P in that word, samophile. P, S-A-M-M-O, file, P-H-I-L-E. I got nervous because he was very slow with the last letter, the E, in samophile. Like you get to the easiest part, and he's slowing down. I wonder if he was building up, the suspense.
Well, I don't think he was doing that at all, because if you ever watch the National Spelling Bee, you'll see something, and it would be samophile, but it would have a silent K at the end or something, and you're like, what? That's not
Where'd
fair.
that come from? Like somewhere in the middle of the word.
Yeah.
And your daughter refuses to believe that knife is supposed to be spelled the way it's spelled.
Yeah, she's and her spelling is getting better, but I forget what word she was doing. What was it? I feel like we were talking about Caesar salad. And she was like, oh, how do you spell, Caesar, S? And I was like, well, no, it's not an S, it's a C. And then we just got down a rabbit hole, and she was like, Daddy, there's no K in knife. And I think I actually Googled it. I was like, there's...
Just to make sure?
Yeah. I'm like, here, look. Patty, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Thanks for checking in.
There are certain words, no matter what, you always spell wrong. Like I always stumble on the word. I had to use it yesterday and the day before, the word separate. I don't know if I wasn't in school when they taught that word. For the life of me, I want it to be S-E-P-E, separate. Separate.
Yeah, I get that.
It's S-E-P-A.
Yeah.
And I mess it up every time. And now I just wait for autocorrect to tell me I'll never learn. Because every time it's blaring in red, you spelled this wrong. Is there a word you always stumble on?
Selena, I played wide receiver in football through college. And still to this day, I'm like, R-E-C-I-E-V-E-R-E. And then all of a sudden you're like singing the ABCs by the Jackson 5. I before E, except after C.
Yes.
Yeah,
still does that work? It doesn't apply to every word, by the way. For the most part, the rule of thumb is I before E except after C.
Right. But it doesn't apply to every word. So
right.
It's just like the silent K and knife.
Ridiculous.
So knife. It's one of those words, but separate is definitely one of those words too. It's definitely one that's gotten me for sure.
Oh, good. I'm not alone. Okay. Yeah. It's also the way we pronounce it too. I don't know if it's us being in from the Philly area. Maybe that's why. Like for instance, I lived the Binghamton area, Binghamton, New York, and they pronounce elementary. We say elementary. They pronounce it the way it is spelled. It is elementary. And they're like the emphasis is on the A-R-Y. Elementary school.
Elementary.
Yeah.
Come on, you're going to be beginning elementary school.
Yeah. There's a town in Northeast PA. The town is spelled T-H-R-O-O-P.
Oh, right. Isn't that Troop?
It's Troop. They don't pronounce their H's in Northeast PA. It's 1-2 tree. I have a feeling this is the unwritten biography of Mr. Troop from the town now called Troop. I have a feeling he
Although look at words like maybe they're just being honest.
Oh, don't do that. Wait, don't throw us off. That must throw your daughter off
Because
too,
they're not
honestly.
being honest
Oh,
in
honest.
Northeast PA, they're
Yeah.
being honest.
Yeah, but that is a blended consonant. Like you don't say the, you say "ta." The word is "the." I have a feeling Mr. Troop, it was actually pronounced "the-roop," but I bet he did a lot for the community, but he could not pronounce a "th," and I bet they're like, "Just let him have this. He's a good guy. We're just gonna call everything Troop.
So
It's
your
fine."
so your philosophy on this,
Yes.
without any research that you're
Yes.
standing by, is that
Yes.
basically a very nice man who possibly had a speech impediment.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it was at one point pronounced Tharoop. Mr. Tharoop was a very nice man, but we don't want to make him uncomfortable.
I
Just
think this just shows that you didn't go to that elementary school, is what your theory says there.
I just, if you go to school in Troop, how do you explain to kids, oh yeah, you are supposed to pronounce the H, but for everything here in this neighborhood, we do not.
I don't have a rational explanation for
I
you
don't
on that.
either.
Yeah.
Very confusing. So anyway, the hardest word. So these are the words that we have a hard time pronouncing, or not pronouncing, but spelling. And the word we always look up in Pennsylvania, it's people. Maybe that's why we always see peeps instead of instead of the word spelled out. People Google, how do you spell people? That is the most looked up Googled word for spelling in Pennsylvania. People.
Okay.
People.
I feel like that. Yeah. I mean the O in
It
there
throws
will
people
get you,
off.
but
Doesn't make any sense.
maybe
You're
because
right.
of like peeps. Yeah, everybody's like,
Yeah,
oh, I love peeps, so it should be
it
Peeple
should. You're right. Maybe
or
Mr. Throop was on something,
Peepel even. I don't know how words
right?
work. Whatever.
Uh, Jersey, it's senior, like a senior center,
Senior.
senior citizen.
SEENYER, senior.
Beep. You did not make it to the initial round of the
Dang it.
spelling bee. All right, we're gonna get going. Don't forget, today is National Donut Day. Plenty
Woo!
of places offering free donuts. Duck Donuts. You don't have to even buy anything. They have their cinnamon sugar donuts that they're offering for
Oh,
free. So you can stop by there. Just off of Tillman and Upper Macundy. That should be good. Good
that's
morning,
fun.
everybody.
Hot one today too. I'm golfing today for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. If you'd like to sign up and join the WLEV team for the Light the Night walk that we're going to be having for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, you can go to WLEVradio.com. But I'll be out there hacking in the heat today for it.
Where?
Back around my way in Jersey, but
Nice.
bring ice cold water for me if you could.
Okay.
That
We'll
would be
come down to you.
appreciated.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
I
Stay
would say
cool.
that would be appreciated, but I should say tat would be appreciated, I guess.
Tat.
Yeah. Bye,
All
everybody.
right, everybody.